Okay, in this video we are going to work on a lab, and we're going to build the lab in our packet tracer program. So the lab that we're going to be doing is 2.1.1.6, and it's configuring the basic switch settings. So the first thing we're going to want to do when looking at this lab document is take a quick look at the diagram here. First of all, we have a switch and a PC connected with a console cable and a straight through cable, and then here is the IP addressing that will be available to us. So what we'll do is we're going to scroll down here to the actual instructions right here where it says Part 1, cable the network, and the first thing it asks for us to do is to cable the console connection as shown in the topology. So we need to go here and get a switch, a 2960, and we need a PC, generic PC, and then it says to connect a console cable to it. So that'd be this one. We're going to connect that to there, and we'll connect it to the console. At this point, what I want you to do, if you're doing the lab as a packet tracer, is take a quick snapshot of this. To do that, we're going to go in here and we're going to say snippet. We have our snip program, and we'll just take a quick snip of that. Go copy. Put that in there and shrink it down a little bit. And the next one that we'll do is, we don't need that one. Okay. Caused myself a problem there, didn't I? We'll leave that alone. I don't feel like spending lots of time formatting. Next one, it says to create a console connection to the switch from PC1 using Teraterm or other terminal emulation programs. We're going to be using the packet tracer one, so we'll look at that. Okay, so we're going to use the PC's terminal here. So we're going to be using is the terminal connection. And if you were using like PuTTY, that would be another one to use. You're going to hit OK on that. That'll show us that that we have that. And we'll take a quick little snapshot of this one also. Okay. And we don't need to save that. And then we'll answer this question right down here. Why do we have to use the console to connect to it? I'm going to click on that really quick, and then I want to answer this, and I want to do it in red and under like size 14. Basically what it is that new devices do not have an IP address. All right. Once the device has been given an So I said that the new devices do not have an IP address. Once the device has been given an IP address, connection can be established through SSH or Telnet. After answering that question, our next step is step 2, which we want to just kind of look at the switch and verify the default switch configuration. To do that, my first step is to type in enable or EN, and that will bring me to here. And then I want to type in show run, and that'll show me a little more about the switch. If I go ahead and hit my enter key down through here, I can see how many ports are on this particular switch. If we go down through, we can see there are 24 fast Ethernet and 2 gigabits. So now that we know that, we'll go over here and answer that information. We could even just go like this, highlight that and copy, and paste that right there. Go red, 14, and copy, paste, $14. What is the range of the value shown for the VTY line? Well, let's go enter a couple more times here. So VTY lines are right here. We have a 0 through 4 and a 5 through 15. Okay. Our next one is going to be examine the startup configuration file in NVRAM. And as we look down through here, we can see that there is no file for the NVRAM configured because nothing's been configured on this particular switch. So we can take this out right here and go ahead and type that in there. Oops. Let me see here. There we go. I just like to put them in red and just say there's nothing there. Next thing I want to do is I want to do a show interface VLAN 1. And notice that there's no IP address on that one. We don't see an IP address anywhere on here. So in this area here, we can really just say no IP address. So the next command wants to know what the MAC address is, which is right here, the hardware address. Go copy on that. Paste that in there. Turn it red, make it 14. Is the interface up? And the answer is no. as we're looking right here across the top, let's see, VLAN 1 is administratively down and line protocol is down. Okay. Next, let's do the command show IP interface VLAN 1. And it's kind of messy right there, but what it looks like is this. If I do this is what we're going to copy, and we'll put that right here. So in the next step, it wants us to connect the PC from here to there using a patch cable. So we're going to go ahead and do that. Under here, go to patch cable and connect fast Ethernet to there, and it says to put it in number 6, port number 6. If we go look at our readout, it says line 5, line protocol up down. Line protocol on interface fast Ethernet 06, change status to up. Okay. And we'll give it a minute to configure itself. Now that that's up and running, the next command tells us, you can see that it's both green on both sides. Next command asks us to do a show IP interface of VLAN 1, and what is the readout? Now I'm going to tell you, this is abnormal because this should show at least that the administrative line is up. It should show the VLAN 1 is up and line protocol is down. Something's not working right with this, because what happens is your Cisco device is automatically set to go on to be down until something's connected to it, and then unless it's changed otherwise. Under VLAN 1 is down until it is assigned to a specific port, and VLAN 1 is assigned to all ports. So once an interface is up, it should VLAN 1 should also be up. So this is not an appropriate readout. If you were on a live router or switch, we should see better results. For now, I'm going to go ahead and put this into here anyways, and we'll place that like that, because that's the exact readout that we got. Just know that that should say administratively up, a line protocol down, or VLAN is up, line protocol down. So that's what it should say. To kind of show you what I mean by that, if I do a show VLAN, I think it's VLAN 1, or just go show VLAN, we can see that VLAN 1 is active on all of these ports, and 6 is one of them, so it should be up. Okay, the next command says show the version, so we're going to do a show version. And here's what we want to do, is we just want to take this readout here from where I said show version. We're going to take this whole thing. I wanted you to take all of this where we started the show version and cut and paste that into there. And just for good measure, paint that red, turn it to 14. And what is the Cisco iOS version? And that would be found right in here, version 2.2. Looks to me like that would be right there is the version. I'm going to go copy and put that version in there. Next, what is the next one is what is the system image file name? And here's our image file name. Copy that. And then what is the base MAC address of this device? That's going to be right here. Copy that one. Next, let's look at the switch port FA06. Let's go down here. We'll go show interface FA06, and we'll decide whether or not it's up. So we can see right here that is line protocol is up and it's connected. We'll copy that and paste it right here. Okay, so let's take a look at this next question, which is what event would make an interface go up? And the answer really is if you connecting a host to it. Say connect a host or device will cause them to go up. Usually by default, that's what happens. And the next question here is like, what is the MAC address? Let's go over here and look. So on that interface, we have a MAC address right here. It's really the MAC address that it should be the same MAC address from above. I'm going to step back there. And yet it's not, because I wonder if it's the same MAC address as the VLAN we had above here. Let's look here. MAC address. Nope. So it must have an auto assign a different MAC address per interface possibly, yeah? Okay, so let's look at the next question. What is the speed and duplex setting of the interface? Right here, we see the full duplex at 100 megabits. Copy that one. Put it in there. Okay, we're going to look at here real quick, and we're going to do a show VLAN. Looks like we got to do enable first. I'm going to go show VLAN. And it says what is the default name of this, and the default name is default. Next question says which ports are in the VLAN 1, and we can look here and show that all of these ports here are in VLAN 1. So we'll copy that, place it in here. I'll place that right below here like that. Paint them red. See, earlier I put the default in there. And then what is the VLAN? Is the VLAN active? And we can say, yep, there it is right there, active. And what type of VLAN is this? This is a Ethernet VLAN. Let's go look at the memory over here on this. Let's go look at show flash. Oops. Show flash. There's our flash memory, copy. We'll put that into here. Oops. We'll paste this right here. Okay. Okay, so we're going to wrap up this video. What we did is we did part 1 of this configuring a basic switch. We're going to do part 2 under the next video, configuring basic network device settings. Okay, so stay tuned. Here we come again in a little bit.